Hey everyone, how's it all going? I was just looking at pictures of Trump in Kenosha and the way he's walking and the look on his face. It's like he looks like a little boy who's been dragged along after a huge event by his parents and told he has to come and look to see what he can do, and he's not happy about it. It's like he's like, what an idiot. Okay. Well, as you saw, I did a couple of videos yesterday, Trump in September and how his visit would go today, how his visit went today. Wisconsin's a swing state. I don't think he ever went to Portland at any time over the last 3 months. Yeah, he's only ever going to go visit swing states and try and put his message through there. But yeah, so uncover the news. Hi, Kate Sweetblue, Judy Malley, Bismo's Bunny Uns, Christine Thomas. Hi, Larry Girl, Linda B. So really happy that everyone's joining me. Whitby, what you doing? You're being noisy. Yeah, I know you want to tell them who's boss, but Mummy's working. Okay, Mummy's doing something. He's standing at the door. So we'll start off by doing what Trump is thinking. What's Trump up thinking? I always open up with that, so I may as well continue to do that. I haven't quite got everything set up yet. I've been every few months I go through and I restudy decks and I restudy meanings and all that, and I'm continuously learning different things, and I watch different readers and, you know, take note of what they say. So hi Connie Brown. It sometimes looks like I'm referring to some notes, or sometimes I am, because trying to pin down what I'm thinking, sometimes I need a note or something, but to call what I'm thinking about to mind. But hi Robin Arvin. Anne Rudd, hello. Renee Rogers, hi. Hi, B. Harrison. Hi, Connie Brown. Zelda, hi. Wendy K, hi. Okay, well, I'll do some more hellos later on, but let's get stuck into things. Okay, so Whitby's going off his little nana again. Whitby! I'm telling it. Hi, Greta. Crazy Cat Lady Farley, hello. Hi, Annie, yes. You tell them, Whitby. Okay, what is Trumpy Dump? How's he going after his visit? He didn't have a airport rally, which is apparently what he's been, I think, what he's planning to be doing. So, yeah, airport rally. So, he thinks he's confused the issue. He's lying. He said, oh, I'm going to send extra funds to help business owners rebuild and all that. Oh, Tower. He thinks that this one visit has brought Joe Biden down, has ruined, at least in Wisconsin. I'm going to do a reading afterwards on whether he'll take Wisconsin or not. The Emperor, I went out there with my message of law and order and the rule of law and blah, 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 how everyone's weak. I'm really proud of me. He really feels like he did the job to undermine Joe Biden. The High Priestess, but it's reversed. So he's, sorry, guys. So he's, he wasn't as smart as he could have been. He was pretty foolish, okay, and he wasn't as smart as he could have been. He doesn't have the insight to look at what caused the problems. When did the clashes turn violent? Who was there when things turned violent? Was it the people protesting against Jacob Black, or was it troublemakers coming in? And things like that. He doesn't have the insight to look behind the picture. He doesn't want to either. He doesn't want to look at more than the surface appearances. And he lacks the insight to say, look, somebody from a different state came in, shot and killed two of their own, injured another one of their own, and then got driven home by his mummy and picked up by the police in a different state. He doesn't have the insight to realize that they're not impressed that he stood up there and defended this person. He defended a person who killed two of their own, and he also joked that the police officers the officer who shot Jacob Black choked. He doesn't have the insight to see that that's probably not, Hierophant. He also thinks he's undermined the Democratic governor and the Democratic mayor and their governments, local and state, respectively. Not just Joe Biden, all three levels. He thinks he's undermined them successfully, white-handed them. I'm going to give you money to rebuild your businesses. Oh, how good am I? The state government probably already has funds that they can use to help So he's putting forward this picture of, I'll work in partnership with you and I will connect with you and all that. And he's ignored the governor and the mayor who said, please give it a few days, give it a while for things to settle down. He has not helped in creating a peaceful. He's so ready to jump in there and say, I'm going to do this. And he can't see that he has white-handed himself either, because he's, he's trying to create division, yeah, but he's also trying to get people on his side. It's not going to happen. Queen of Swords. He didn't think. He opened his mouth and he yap. Of course, lack of insight, not thinking before you're speaking. And he's made accusations he can't support with facts. He said, this young guy, they were going to attack him brutally. So he shot them. He said nothing about the fact of his earlier actions down the road in walking around and, waving guns at people and things like that. And these people were trying to get the gun away from him and stuff. And that he threatening behaviour early on. He said nothing about that. So he's not supporting it with facts. But he thinks, hey, this is, this is what he thinks he's achieved. This is what he thinks he's going to do. And this is what he's actually shown. Someone who lacks insight, who doesn't think, who jumps in without proof. What's next underneath the Tower and the Hierophant? Six of Pentacles reversed. Greed. It's all about money for him. And he's, the way he's going about it, but the thing is, in this case, he's not greedy for money. He's greedy for votes in that state. But what he's not realizing is that the state elected a Democratic governor. And this city's got a Democratic mayor. And he's coming out and talking and defending someone who killed people from Wisconsin, who came from another state and killed people in their state, and defending him, and in saying, basically implying with he choked thing that this police officer should have gone the whole hog and, shot Jacob Blake. He's upsetting these people, and he's turned some of his supporters that he may have had in the state away. Don't look at polls. Polls don't tell you anything. Yeah, he's gonna push forward with his my way or the highway, and he also thinks that he's charmed the people of Kenosha and Wisconsin with his visit. He thinks he's put on this, but walking through the city, looking with what he thinks is a serious look on his face, he looked like a sulky little boy who'd been dragged away to attend church when he didn't want to. And people can see that. Look, he didn't want to be there. He is only there because he was told he had to go. He didn't want to be there, and people could see it in his body language and in the expressions on his face. Hi, William Shopson. Hi, Sharon Granger. Hi, Mimi M. And he didn't want to be there, and it showed. So this idea that he could charm them, this superficial charm, didn't even, no. Ace of Swords reversed. The last thing, what he's really done, The real effect and what he's really shown has all been reversed, and the Ace of Swords reversed. He's not thinking clearly. He wouldn't know the truth if it stood up and slapped him across the face. He's got no new ideas. This is why he keeps going back to this rhetoric. People aren't buying it. And people are looking, really looking into when the violence is happening, who's there when it happens. Have the peaceful protesters gone home? So if they've gone home and they're not there when it happens, who's doing it? You know? They're not buying a lot of it. Hi, Judy, Gaff, Mystical Marina, Renee. Hi. So he thinks he's done all this wonderful stuff. He really does think he's unmined all three levels. You know, federal with Biden, state with the governor, and local with the mayor. All three levels of that government, but he hasn't, and he doesn't realise that. He thinks he's turned people away from them, but he doesn't realise that they're actually turning people away. People are actually turning away from him. He sees himself as this big calm emperor in charge of everything, making the deals and bringing peace back to an area, which is the Two of Cups, you know, creating truces and bringing peace back to an area. But it's all superficial, and he is very much a my way or the highway guy as well. But what he's really done is shown lack of insight, lack of empathy, lack of, you know, not thinking before he speaks, not presenting, you know, talking without having facts to back himself up. And, you know, just showing that, you know, if he was thinking with any clarity at all. So, that's Trump. How he's going after his visit, what he thinks he's achieved, how he sees himself after the visit, and what he actually showed, what actually showed in that visit. People aren't fools. The only reason he was there is because Wisconsin is considered a swing state. Hi, Michelle Peterson. William Shopson, hi. So is Trump going to win Wisconsin? Let's have a look. Two buds out. I'm going to look at the swing states, all the swing states over the next couple of months, do a couple of, first I have to find out which ones they are. And then, you know, I'll do a couple of readings on them. Deborah Costro, hi. Hi, Judith Gash. Will Trump win Wisconsin? the Ace of Pentacles, which is usually a yes card, but whew, it's upside down. He's going to lose fun. He's going to lose donors from Wisconsin. The wheel of the year, that's the wheel of fortune, is it's time for a change. Nine of Wands. It's been embattled. He is severely mistaking yeah, he's stubborn, but he thinks he's being strong-willed, and he thinks it's willpower he's showing, but he's just being a stubborn little boy. They don't see him as having the strength to bring the nation back in order. So normally this would be a yes card. No, yeah, normally this is a yes card, but it's reversed, so it's a no. Two of Pentacles, trying to manipulate things. He's going to try and manipulate the figures there. It's going to be one of those states where we need a recount or something. Five of Swords is a no. Yes. Ace, Knight of Cups. But if I just don't, if I'm not going to go the yes, no, really. Three of Wands. People just see someone who's abusive, and he's not what he painted himself to be, and they know that now. When the votes come in, they're going to be looking for new growth. New growth. Queen of Wands. Passionate. Eight of Swords. They're feeling really, really confined. And I think it is going to be close. But there's going to be voters out there who can't, who know, who are really torn about what they should do. That's the Eight of Swords reverse. So they're really fearful for their future if they go with him. So there are going to be people who think, well, what will the neighbours think if I vote Democrat and stuff? And there's going to be an element of that. I've got the Queen of Cups here, reversed. So emotionally unstable. The Queen of Wands, insight. Is he going to lose I think he is going to lose, but it's going to be pretty tight, and he might try to fudge things, but it's not going to work. Manipulate things, but it's not going to work. Page of Wands, Four of Cups, Karma, Judgment. There's going to be obstacles. Yeah, he's going to try and hold things up, but people basically, most of the state don't want him. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight, but I think Biden's going to win. But yeah, it's going to be one of those states that it's going to take a few weeks to be determined, but I don't think he'll win. It's not so much. A lot of people look at, oh, my appearances. What will people think? Well, you don't have to discuss your vote with anyone. You don't have to tell people whether you're registered this or registered that. That's nobody's business but your own. And, yeah, you shouldn't, I just don't get that, having to register a voter for one party or the other. I don't get that, mostly because of the system that I was brought up with. We don't have to register as a Liberal voter or as a Labor voter or anything like that when we enrol to vote. I don't think they should be allowed to ask that question. Who you vote for is who you vote for. It's your business. I think, yes, you can vote independent, but why should you have to tick any of those things? I suppose you'd be known as a swing voter, but I think they should take that question out. I don't know what the thing is, the form's like to register to vote. Other readers say Biden will win by a lot. Well, I hope other readers are right. I think it's going to be a bit closer than they think. But Trump's going to try and do everything to cloud the issue. I have no problem if another reader gets something different than what I do. It's all open to interpretation. Oh, I don't buy into the fear. I mean, Am I feeling okay today? Thank you very much. Yes, I'm feeling fine. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those states where he's going to try and I'd love to see the swing states go against Trump in a big way, but I don't know how they're going to go. But I'm just basing it on now, what I'm seeing now. He would have upset things yesterday or today, your time. It's interesting with the media in Britain. If there's an election coming up and you give airtime to one candidate, you are then obliged to give a similar amount of airtime to another candidate. I don't know if that's what it's like in the US, but in Britain, I understand, from what I understand from watching shows, especially news commentary shows, that they have to be even-handed with the amount of time. If they mention a candidate, then they have to, by rights, mention the other candidate. Yeah. or something like that. It depends on the show, not necessarily the news, but in commentary shows and things like that. There's a thing, or BBC, at least it could be on, like, I think at the BBC that's their policy for panel shows and talk shows. But yeah, I think he's going to win. I do think he's going to win Wisconsin, but I don't think it'll be a landslide, but I think it's going to be big enough. But Trump's still going to try and hold it all up. He's going to try and delay things. That's what the reverse judgment card was, delays. Okay. Now, I've been writing down a few questions over the last few days, so let's have a look. Oh, first thing, Bannon's case has been set to be heard next year. Let's have a look. How does Bannon feel about it? How does Trump feel about that, and Bannon? So, what was the reaction in the Bannon camp to this? There's a rain in May next year. May next year. What was it? So, what was Bannon's reaction to being told that his case was not being heard until May next year? Ooh, he's feeling a wee bit insecure because he knows that Trump isn't going to win. And if Trump doesn't win, he can't interfere in the legal process. King of Swords. King of Swords. He's the prosecutors are really, really happy and comfortable with that. They're not trying to bring it forward at all. So they're really comfortable in that time frame. But Bannon, he's going to try and he's standing his ground. Oh, I'm not guilty, and all that. But I do think he's feeling a little bit insecure as per the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. The Chariot, this is reversed, so it's stagnant, waiting. He's not happy about the wait. I think he was really hoping it would be this year while Trump was still in office, or like, say December or something, November, December. So he's not happy about the wait. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, he's going to be looking at working with his lawyers and all that. It's dirty money too. Dirty money. That's dirty money. Yeah, and the prosecution. This is the prosecution line. Prosecution line. What Bannon is doing and how he's feeling. So 3 lines there. This is the prosecution line. Dirty money. They're looking into things further and talking about they're deepening their investigation to find links to other dirty money. 2 of Wands. So Bannon's setting his ground and he's planning his defense and all that. So that's what he's doing at the moment. He's certainly a smug looking. But what's he thinking? Again, what he's thinking? Reverse. 5 of Pentacles. He is thinking, oh my God, Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Is it, you know, unresolved issues is one of the things with a reversed Five of Pentacles. He did not wrap up everything as neatly as he liked, as he would have liked. So he's really, really worried about if they're going to find things that he didn't wrap up and hide. There's a lot of stuff that was left unfinished because of various circumstances, and therefore open. People can find them because he didn't wrap them up as tight as he liked. Wet bee. What about the prosecution? 8 of Pentacles reversed. They're going to have a bit of trouble getting to some of the details, stagnation. So they're working with others to look into the details of all this dirty money and stuff, and there's a lot more of it. I think they're going to try and find it as well, but they're having a bit of details, getting some of that. So far, Bannon's worried about some of the things that he left unresolved, open, seems to be unjustified. Oh, Bannon, I've got a strong defense. He's working on strengthening his defense. I've got a strong defense, blah, blah, blah. Patient. He's just sitting back and waiting it out. This is what he's doing. He's standing his ground, making his plans, and once that's done, he's just going to sit back and wait it out. Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. He is worrying about finding money for his defense. Six of Swords. Yeah, there's still the prosecution are comfortable with that date. I think it gives them time to work together with others to find this money. They are getting some blocks, and they're still going to have trouble, but it gives them time to work through. So Six of Swords reversed, it gives them time to work through some of the issues, which is why they're comfortable with such a gap, like an 8-month gap. What's Bannon do? Oh, the shadow side reversed. Oh my goodness. He is, well, he's not in for a happy time. He's trying to ignore this. He's trying to pretend it's not there, but that's not working. He's feeling a bit trapped, despite his I'm just going to sit back and wait it out and all that. He is still feeling a bit trapped, and he is, you know, he can't go anywhere. So he's got to, it's the devil. So I think this bravado that he's putting out to the world, and what he's putting out to the world is cracking a little bit, and people are seeing behind it. Oh, Tower. This is all going to end in a tower, a reverse tower. Downfall, restriction, destruction. Oh, it's not going to end good for it, and he knows it. He knows it, which is why this shadow side is creeping on his. I'm just patient. I can just back and wait out because I've got a strong defense that's been stuck in on this. He knows he's heading for an epic downfall. Would he have liked an earlier date? Oh yes, he's not happy. He's not happy with the delays either. And the delay, oh yeah, the delays, the devil reverse can refer to delays and stagnation. He's not happy with that weight either. So Now, Whitby, the appeals court rejected Michael Flynn's request to drop his case. Whitby, quiet. You're being a noisy bear. He came in the house the other day, say hello, and he was such a stinky dog. Such a stinky dog. I made James wash him. Heaven knows what he'd been working into. Anyway, how's Michael Flynn feeling? And Barr and Trump even, because the appeals court rejected the request to drop Flynn's case, that Sullivan dropped the case. They rejected it. So let's have a look. How did that go down? Probably like a fart in an elevator. Whitby! Estelle Harrington, hi. GM Dave, hi. He doesn't want to be on camera. He's just telling everyone who's boss. And there's some guy doing some work a couple of houses down and making a lot of banging noises. You can probably hear it. So he's telling them to pee off. Greta TK, I understand you're feeling a little bit down about things with everything. Everything will be okay. Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, is that the lady who wrote that book? What? It's okay to feel low. Okay, I'll say this to everyone. It's okay to feel low. It's okay if you do feel moments of despair. Just acknowledge them and let them float away. The thing is to not let them rule your everyday thought processes, to not let them invade your thoughts so much that they invade a majority of your day. And sometimes that can happen by trying to suppress them. If you feel that down, just say, look, I acknowledge these feelings. And I just want, and just acknowledge them. Picture them floating away in a word bubble or something, or in a bubble. Put them in a bubble and picture them working away, floating away from you, away from your environment, taking the toxins of them with you. But the thing is, yes, you can do all these things, but if they're still persistent, if they're still causing you trouble, if you're still finding it hard to cope and these things are getting to you more and more, ask for help. Talk to somebody, ask for help. Okay? Don't try and deal with it on your own if it's getting really, really bad. And what you normally do to try and push those things away or deal with those things is not working. Don't feel bad about asking for help. Okay? It is stay positive. Yes, stay positive. You can't just say, I'm going to stay positive and just pretend it's not there. If you pretend it's not there, it's not going to work. You have to, do something. Say, I'm not going to let you stay here. I'm going to put you in this bubble and you're going to float away, or however else you deal with those things. But if those things don't work, and if you've been trying and trying and things don't work, ask for help. Talk to somebody, a family member, a health professional. If you've got a nurse or a doctor you can talk to, or there's a nurse or somebody in a clinic or wherever, you know what I mean. Talk to somebody, a helpline, a crisis line. Talk to them. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like, oh, I'm not going to talk to them because there are other people who need help more. Don't diminish what you are feeling. It's valid. And by dismissing it and diminishing it, that's the wrong thing to do. You know, don't go, oh, there are people having it a lot tougher. I just have to suck it up and deal with it. Those lines are there for a reason. Doesn't matter where you are, what level of society you're at. These sorts of issues affect everyone. Okay? Ask for help. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay? Hi, Work Magic. Hello, so yeah. And share. If you can share with others, that's good. But if things, if all your normal coping mechanisms aren't working, take note of that and see what else you can do. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Michael Flynn's case being rejected. Let's have a look. How is Flynn, Barr, Trump and company feeling about that? Ooh. What do you mean we lost? What do you mean we lost? This isn't right. We should be riding triumphantly through the streets with Flynn a free man. Nope. Not happy about it. Ooh, this is the wisdom of law, but it doesn't fit into their agenda. The law, it's just like, what the? Queen of Pentacles. Oh, they're not happy, poor thing. I mean, this is, reverse show off, poor taste, lack of sensitivity. It's a wake-up call, actually. This is the other thing. It's like a wake-up call. So it's a real wake-up call to them that things that maybe, no matter what they try and do, they're not going to be able to pervert the course of justice the way they want to. So Queen of Pentacles is, wake up, wake up, wake up, a wake-up call. It's going to lead to a change for them. An end. This is something that people are seeing, and this has not helped Trump's case at all. It has not helped Trump's re-election bid at all. People are happy that this has happened, and it's also gonna lead to a change in something. I don't know what, but and it's not a change for the good for Flynn either. Here we are, the Five of Pentacles. It's been kicked back, but it really hasn't resolved the problem of, why the head's held true. But it's been kicked back, but it really hasn't resolved the problem of this interference. Unresolved issues. It's helping, but the Emperor reversed. They're still, they're still not waking up. They're still seeing this as an opportunity for Trump's still seeing it as an opportunity to manipulate things. So he's going to come in and stick his foot in again. He's not going to be able to keep out of it, or he'll say something. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they're just what they represented. What they presented just was not enough. It wasn't enough. You know, the whole case came up short in the appeals court. And they know they're not happy. They're not happy. Very disappointed. All three of them are very disappointed. That's the Page of Swords, disappointing news. The World. This whole business is going to come to a close. But it is going to be resolved. But it's going to have to wait, because this is a major arcana, and this is the World. End of one journey, start of another. There's a bit of stagnation here, I think. The moon reversed. They're not happy. They're a wee bit scared, poor bumpers. And they're confused. They're confused. They were so sure that they'd get what they wanted. They're confused as to why they didn't. King of Pentacles. Necessary changes are needed. But Trump isn't going to do them, and Barr isn't going to do them. Barr knows what needs to be done. Barr knows what he's doing is wrong. But he's not strong enough to stand up and, you know, say that. He's a coward in the end. All of them are a coward. And Flynn knows that he was wrong, but he doesn't want to face up to that. And so this is cowardice. This is cowardice. And they lack the courage to stand up and face the music, which is why they're going to continue to try and beat this rap. The Empress, nope, there's just too much evidence. Oh, hang on, I got a flash through my head. They're going to try and get some help from Russia somehow. What? Idiots. I hope that's wrong. Yeah, it's all going to be brought to a conclusion soon. It'll be a new start for both these men, but not necessarily the start they wanted. Is it going to be a happy start? Oh no, Knight of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Pentacles reversed. It will not succeed, no matter how many times they try and suck up to the courts to get it dropped. They're not going to succeed. There you go. So, you know, they're not happy about it. They're scared. And they just don't realize that everything's against them. They just can't. They can't fathom that. They're in these positions of power. Or he's got these people in position of power with them, and he can't fathom that. Even with all that, he still can't get off. I got a very naughty thought there. About prison. and Flynn. And a big dude go Bobber. Anyway, oh, he's not happy. They're not happy. They can't believe it. They just can't believe it. And yeah, they can't accept it either. Will Barr lose his job? Well, yeah, he will. Even if he hangs in, will Bar lose his job? Yeah, he's going to lose his job. Let's have a look here. Will Bar lose his job? Abuse of power. 9 of Cups. People's wishes. 6 of Swords. It's still going to take a while for it to happen. 7 of Cups. Confusion, gaslighting. Yeah, they're going to just try and make it, you know, try and confuse the issue with you can't do this or you can't do that. 2 of Cups, there's going to be new partnerships formed. 8 of Cups, walking away. He can't give up and surrender. He knows if he does, if he walks away now. Got to hang on. He's got to hang on. The world, yeah, it's going to come to an end. He is going to lose his job, but it probably won't be till, you know, after the election. Knight of Wands. 3 of Cups. Yeah, he's going to stand his ground, but he is going to lose it. But Trump's going to want him in place after the election so he can set up all these challenges and stuff and try and slow things down. Hi Estelle. Hi B. Harrison. If I haven't said hello, if you've been come on in the interim, I haven't said hello, it's because I haven't seen your name. So if you have joined us in the interim, and hello and welcome. Okay. Now, Rod Rosenstein and Gilda Rosenstein and Gilda Krantz are dead. I can't remember the quote, but anyway, I always think of it when Rod Rosenstein. He squashed the investigation into Trump's ties with Russia. Everybody thought that Mueller was along the way looking at the ties with Russia, but he was told not to do that. Mueller thought the FBI was looking into that because Rosenstein told him not to look into it. Rosenstein also told the FBI not to look into it, and they thought that was because Mueller was looking into it. So it appears, will Rosenstein face consequences for squashing that particular aspect of the looking into Trump being a Russian agent or his financial ties with Russia and everything? Now, this came out on the Rachel Maddow show. I saw got this question from a Rachel segment from Rachel Maddow. So let's have a look. Will Rod Rosenstein face consequences? Vote blue no matter who. Retreat, rest. Restriction. Prepare your case. Prepare your case. This is time to prepare your case in legal matters. 5 of Swords. It's being viewed as an abuse of his position, abuse of power. High Priestess. To subvert justice and to subvert an agenda. undermine an agenda, which was to properly investigate Trump and everything, because honestly, how could they investigate Russian help and Trump if they don't look at his ties to Russia? And that was subverted. So their agenda was subverted by him. Six of Cups. Ooh, yeah. They're going to be looking back at what other things he may have pushed to the side sneakily. So they're going to be looking back. The Empress. Oh, they have an abundance. They're going to have an abundance. They have an abundance of proof about this. I think there's been a Ace of Coins. The idea behind a whistleblower is that they shouldn't even make the news. So I think there may have been a whistleblower too, but not sure. Ace of Coins. There was plenty of opportunity for him to say, we need to look at this as well. But he was given that opportunity time and time again, and he ignored it. Five of Cups, loss. He's not going to be happy. He's going to lose a lot. Whoop. Very big changes for him. There's an abundance of proof and big changes for him. Three of Wands. Chicken's coming home to roost, buddy. Chooks turning to emus and kicking your dunny down, mate. That's not a good outcome for people who are new to me. There are two ways to look at this. Your ships are coming in because you've done all the right things, and you deserve a good outcome. Or the other one, chicken's coming home to roost, and the emu's kicking your dunny down because you've been a bad, bad, bad person. And you're going to get, reap what you sow. The Eight of Cups. Oh, people are going to be turning away from him. Yeah, there's definitely going to be stuff's going to come to light. More stuff is going to come to light about some of the things he did. It's going to take a while. They're really going to take their time to look at this, to make sure it's all very fair and balanced, so there can be no Star. He's in a vulnerable position. The reverse of the Star is vulnerable. This deck doesn't have reversals, but this has landed on the Six of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So that gives me an indication that this is a reversal. He's in a very vulnerable position, much more vulnerable than he thought. Queen of Wands, investigations. Hangman, suspension. It's going to take a while. Nine of Swords, he's in for an anxious time. Is he going to end up in jail? Queen of Coins. That's a yes card. If I go for simple yes, no's. Ten of Wands. Ooh, he's going to be feeling it. He's going to be feeling a lot of burden. Two of Wands. He's already planning something. Yeah, he was protecting Trump. He's definitely going to have to answer to the government. He's in for an anxious time. I don't see him going to jail, but he's definitely not going to have an easy time of it. But I'll look at that a bit later. He's definitely going to cop something. Okay. I'm not going to look at that court blocking Syvans from getting the tax again. That'll all work itself out. It's just another, delaying tactic. I don't think it's going to be resolved before the election. It'll all come out afterwards. I think it's... They are going to hear it again on the 26th. All right, we'll see what happens. I will look. Trump's taxes with Cy Vance. Will the decision on the 26th of September be the final one? Will Cy Vance get Trump's taxes? Or will there be further delays? Let's have a look. Will Cy Vance get Trump's taxes on the 26th of September? Four of Swords. Prepare your case, prepare your case. Knave of Coins. Knave of Cups. News about money, surprising news about money. Ace of Coins. Opportunity to get information on money. You know, he could. Nine of Swords. It's going to cause some anxiety for Trump. Oh, so there's anxiety in this. Queen of Cups, emotional instability. Five of Wands, conflict. Three of Cups, support. King of Cups, that's Trump, the devil. They might get it, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's further delays. Yeah, they might get it. Anxiety, anxious time, emotional instability, King of Cups, Three of Cups, the devil, Five of Wands, conflict, you know. This is for a state thing. So, So they might get it, but I don't know if the truth of his tax returns will come out before the election. I don't know. But news about money, surprising news about money, causing anxiety and emotional instability. Yeah, perhaps, yeah. I think Trump thinks he's going to be able to block it forever, but will details of Trump's tax returns come out publicly before the election? Eight of Swords, restriction. Two coins, going to be able to manipulate it. They don't. Knight of Swords, chaos. There's going to be restrictions put on there by the court. Five of Cups, loss. Eight of Wands, very quickly. Justice. Some stuff could come out. The Hangman. Ace of Wands. Some stuff could come out, yeah, causing a bit of chaos in the Trump camp, actually. Restrictions. What's that about? Let's have a look on the bottom here. Ooh. 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Look what's that. Okay, so we had the 8 of Swords, restrictions. 6 of Swords, rough transition, movement, but good time to embark on a journey. 7 of Swords, what's been stolen. I think some of the stuff could come out, yeah, before, maybe, even though there might be restrictions on what can come out, but it'll be enough. It'll be enough. Well, they were looking at that book the other day, Rachel, and I was looking at it, and that trip to the hospital last year. Apparently, Pence was put on standby to take over if Trump was put under anesthesia. Does Trump have a brain tumor? Let's have a look. Yes, the unkind thought that flashed through my mind, and pretty low vibration, was that you have to have a brain to have a brain tumor. But does Trump have a brain tumor? Three of Wands. That's a yes card. The Emperor. Knight of Wands. Superficial. Death. Reconsider. Superficial. Reconsider. Death. Could have. Could have. I'll ask this question again with a different card. I've got the Emperor, Knight of Wands. It's superficial, but think again. Death. The Magician. All the tools were there. The Fool. I think they might have thought that it was, if he has one, I think he might have gone into maybe if they could go in and get it, they would have, but they couldn't. So it could be inoperable with the Death card next to it. Inoperable. They're treating it. And he really needs to look at starting a new life, but he's not going to. I'll get down my tarot reader, which, you know, I like to do for health questions. So I'm going to keep those cards there. I'm going to start getting out the modern tarot reader cards and ask the same question. Okay. So this is from the tattoo deck. The Emperor. Superficial. I think the thought was that it would be small, superficial, but they had to change their mind, change the way of looking at things. They were cocky about dealing with it, you know, getting in, whipping it out, but they had to change their mind. Much more serious than they considered, inoperable. Magician, being treated for it, being told that he should retire. You would think, but he'd have lost weight and things with that. But well, they thought it was. It showed up as that, but it wasn't. But no, not with the death card. If it showed up and they thought it was and it turned out not to be, then the death card wouldn't have shown. Okay? Can't be changed or changed. So we'll use a different deck. Has Trump got a brain tumour? Has Trump got a brain tumour? Whitby, you're being a very good boy defending the house, aren't you? You're telling them what for and where to go. You're being very good. Mummy loves you. Mummy loves you. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Does Trump have a... Okay. What's on the bottom of that? Oh, yeah, 3 of Wands. Ships coming in. Results coming in. Results coming in. He got some results that sent him there. The Lovers. Nine of Coins. Pretty. 3 of Blades. Hard news. The 3 of Swords, so bad news. Page of Coins. Intellect with the brain. Page of Coins is often about an intellectual person or to do with intellect. It's the brain. Realistic, practical. Had to be realistic and practical. Bad news had to be realistic. 7 of Wands, standing ground. Continuing to hold ground. The Magician again. Treatment, alchemy treatment. Extra one. Ace of Swords or Ace of Blades. Have no doubt of it. What's the next one on the full? The Empress. Yeah. Possible. The High Priestess. It's possible, but geez, would they really? It's possible. It might not be very big, and it's in an area they can't get to. So I think they thought they could go in and get it, but it's in an area where it can't get to. Intellect, and they've got to be practical, and they can treat it other ways. Yeah, he might have one, but it's not very big. If Trump has a brain tumor, how big is it? Is it big or small? Is it small? Wheel of Fortune. That's yes. That's a yes card. If you're just asking straight out, yes, no. Ten of Cups. Harmony, calming. Yeah, they're treating him. Yeah, it's small, but they can't get it out. They can't operate. It's in a place they can't get to. But it's small, and they're treating him, and it seemed to be going well. So, yeah. Apparently, they have everything they need at the White House to treat medical conditions and stuff if needed to be treated. Yeah, he could have a brain tumor. If he does, it's not very big. And they thought they could go in and get it, but they can't. It's inoperable, and so they're treating it other ways. Hi, Connie Brown. Night, Greta. Gina Haskell, the head of the CIA. Now, the DNI said they're no longer going to do in-person briefings. What that means is they're still going to send written briefings to Congress, but they're not going to do them in person. And the thing with that is that in-person briefings allow Congress to get a greater depth of information than they would just from a written document, a written summary or a written briefing. So a written brief. Now, Christopher Wright, the FBI, says, yeah, no, we're not going to do in person, blah, blah, blah. Gina Haskell has not said anything. She's the CIA person. So they're not going to do in-person briefings about electoral security. She has not said anything. Will she flout DNI and do in-person briefings? Scott, are you on here today? If you are, hello, Scott. Asantua, hello. Judy Malley, Renee, Michelle Peterson, hello. Night, Larry girl. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't been reading things. Sorry, Linda B. Has Trump had a stroke? Let's have a look. Okay, so I've got to switch my mind back. Has Trump had a stroke? Surprised if he hasn't. Scott, thank you for joining me. If you Three of Coins. No. I'm getting no. No. I think what people are seeing and maybe attributing to a stroke might be associated to this possible brain tumor. So yeah. So yeah, keep asking. You know, if I don't see you, I do apologise if I don't see your questions and all that. Just, you know, which is why I try and scan the things everywhere. So yeah. Now I'll go back to Gina Haskell. Let's have a look. Is she going to flout the DNI and FBI and others and do in-person briefings on electoral security? Yeah, with just me doing this on my own, it can be a bit hard to, you know, pick up on every comment and question that comes through. So, yeah. So how's it going, Scott? I hope everything's going good. Heart racing, dizzy, adrenaline rush. Thought he was having a heart attack. Yeah, it could have been anything. Could have been but a heart attack, you don't necessarily go under anesthesia for a heart attack. So I don't know. I think that maybe. I think you've got a little grape. Okay. Will Gina Haskell do in-person briefings to Congress on election security? The Fool, yes. Four of Pentacles, that's a no. Three of Pentacles is a yes. Eight of Pentacles is a yes. Page of Pentacles is a yes. The Sun is a yes. King of Pentacles is a yes. The Hermit is a maybe. Wheel of Fortune, yes, she's bound to. I think they're going to be behind closed doors and they're going to keep quiet about it. But yeah, they're going to start. Yeah, I think, yeah, she's going to do it. And she's going to have news about money as well. So Trump. You're right, Santua. I mean, they have they can do contempt of Congress and all that sort of thing, but you know. But even if they subpoena the DNI, you know what will happen? It'll end up in court, and round and round and round. Okay. Why isn't Trump visiting Portland? If there have been protests there for 3 months, and then this whole fleet of vehicles going through the other day with his supporters, you know, causing issues and stuff. Why isn't Trump visiting Portland? So I just had this list of things I want to get through, so has anyone heard of how Marie's husband from Marie's table, Marie from Marie's table, how her husband's going? Why won't it bring in the bacon? It's not an important state. It won't bring in the results. It won't change, you know. Oregon's blue and it's going to stay blue, so it's not going to bring anything helpful into him. 7 of Wands, standing his ground. Page of Cups. Aren't the cups so cute with the otters? Aren't they gorgeous? The Emperor. They don't want him to be Emperor. 5 of Cups. Lost. He's going to lose it. He's not got any ground in Oregon. He's going to lose Oregon. He knows it. So he's just not going to bother. He thinks he can get away with not going there. He doesn't need to go there. Chariot. 6 of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. He's going to continue to support the people stirring up trouble, but for him, no, they don't support him, so he's not going to go and visit. 10 of Wands. King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, he's just, they support Biden. It'd be too much hard work to try and do anything with Oregon. They support Biden. He's, you know, Queen of Pentacles. He thinks they need to wake up and smell the roses, but, you know, yeah, 6 of Swords, it'd be too hard a battle. Yeah, he's not going to visit Portland because, you know, it's a blue state. He doesn't think it's worth his time because, you know, he's not going to get anything. He's not going to get what he wants out of Oregon, so he's not going to waste his time with Oregon. Interesting. Hi, Jen. Yeah, he is. I did a reading Wendy Kay on if he'll take Wisconsin. I don't think he will. Apparently, some readers are saying that Biden will win by a large amount. I think it'll be closer than people think, but he won't take it. But he's going to use Wisconsin as one of those states to try and cheat his way in. North Carolina. Will Florida go blue? Ooh. Okay, I'll do some quick reads on that. Okay, so North Carolina, Florida. What other swing states are there? Louisiana? We go to Louisiana. Is Trump using black magic? No. Is Trump using black magic? Let's have a look. Is Trump using, and I'm not going to laugh. The idea of him using it is a bit laughable. I'm not laughing at the idea of black magic. Unfortunately, there are people out there who turn to things that are dark. So a black Sharpie. Magic, using a black magic marker. Is Trump using black magic? No. No. We've been battled. But no, he's not. Got the moon and the devil here. The 8 of rods. 6 of rods. No, he's not. He doesn't have the insight or the intuition or anything like that. Pennsylvania. I did Wisconsin earlier. So North Carolina, Florida, Louisiana, and Pennsylvania. Are they all swing states? Arizona. Okay. I think that'll do for the moment. I'll do some quick fire readings on those states. And yeah. So let's see. Give me a couple of minutes here. Ohio. Okay. That should bring us up to the 2-hour mark looking at those 6 states, because there's 7, aren't there? Okay. So I'll go red or blue. Okay. For each state. Red on the left, blue on the right. No, blue on the left, red on the right. Let's see who gets stronger cards. Okay. Oh. Oh, God. So, the state. Do you want me to do Wisconsin again as well with this in this format? I'll do that as well. So we'll add in Wisconsin as well. Okay, so we'll start with Wisconsin. So, blue on the left, red on the right. Who gets stronger cards for each state? Let's have a look. Using the Mystic Mondays deck for this one. Beautiful, bright, colourful deck. Okay. Wisconsin. How is Wisconsin going to go? Will it be red or blue? Let's have a look. Things are starting to fly out here. We'll put those deck cards back in. If they're really important, they'll come out. One more shuffle. 3 cards each. I'll put them down, face down, and then okay. Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Card 1, Princess of Swords, disappointment. Card 2, the world. So card 1 for, card 1 for blue is the Princess of Swords, Page of Swords, disappointing news. Card 1 for red, Republican, is the world, which is end of the journey. Card 2 for the blues in Wisconsin, 3 of Pentacles, groups working together, good plans, help, having good plans, help with them. Card 2 for the Republicans is the Hierophant. These are both 2 major arcana, which you would think would be better, but one's at the end of one journey. 5 of Pentacles is the 3rd card for Wisconsin. Out in the cold for the Democrats. 10 of Pentacles, a legacy. This way, it's new journey, government. Hierophant, I read incumbent there. The word incumbents popped into my mind when that card came up. 10 of Pentacles. Money, legacy. So at this stage, despite what I read earlier for Wisconsin, it looks like red. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I'll do this again for the swing states a few times over the next couple of months, okay? Because as you think, this is 2 months away. Things change. I suppose if, you know, so based on that one, Republicans come out ahead for Wisconsin. No? But like I said, I'll do this a few times heading towards the... Well, I'm sorry if you don't agree, but like I said, my earlier reading put Wisconsin as ultimately going to the Democrats. So this is just based on the energy now, today. So these ones. So based on the energy now, today, how are the states going to go? Remember, Trump was just in there sticking his oar in and, you know. North Carolina. Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Card 1. North Carolina, Queen of Pentacles, emotional stability. Ooh, 10 of Swords, and it's reversed. That's not a good start for Republicans. The Republicans are going to hang on to this. They're going to hang on to this for a long time. They're not going to be happy. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Lack of success there, no matter how hard they try. Ace of Cups for Republicans. The High Priestess, that's a good card. So despite that card in the middle, King of Cups, overflow of emotion, but Ten of Swords. At this stage, if people vote with their emotions, Trump might scrape through if, you know, all the Republicans come up. But they're going to have a the Democrats are going to have a battle pulling Republicans into the thing, and they probably won't get the Republican to swap. But their agenda triumphs. And this is a major arcana. It's a good card to have with the Queen of Pentacles, emotional stability. At this stage, I think it's going to be relatively close, but I think the Blues are going to win. Blues is going to win, and the Republicans are going to have a hard time dealing with that. They're not going to let it go. In fact, it's going to be another one of those states. You know, cheat, cheat, cheat. People cheated, people cheated, people cheated. You know, so what's going on here? This is one of those decks where no matter how many times I go through, and because I don't have reversals in this deck, always seems to be reversals popping out. So I go through every now and then and turn anything that's the wrong way up the right way up, but sometimes it still happens. So at this stage, North Carolina could go blue, but the Republicans are going to have a hard time letting go. They're going to be recount, 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 you know. Legal challenge. That's the other thing with the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, legal challenge. So, so Florida. Florida. Why was Barr in Kenosha? Didn't know that. Did he go with the president? I don't know. Anyway, Florida. Florida. Red or blue for Florida at this stage, 2 months out. Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Two of Swords, crucial decisions for the blue. Queen of Cups for the red. Emotions, Three of Pentacles, working with groups, High Priestess, gender, Temperance for the blues, the Fool, new journey, High Priestess, agenda. Patience, working with groups, crucial. New journey. Agenda. I think it's going to be very, very close, and it's going to take time to sort out. I think there's a good chance it'll go blue. I mean, even though Florida Republicans got the High Priestess and the Fool, this is agenda, but a new journey. So agenda, the Republican agenda no longer fits in with what the people want. People are going to make crucial decisions about voting Democrat, talking in groups, and temperance, a bit of time. Yeah, you know where all the holdups are going to be, don't you? Again, we get that indication of I think blue might take it, but it's going to be close. Again, I'll read it later. I'll do these again, possibly end of September. Yeah. Thing is, Florida is full of elderly people as well, and this fear-mongering, it gets to them. Louisiana. Let's have a look at Louisiana. Who's leaving a message on your phone every day? Yeah, this is what anxiety is going to play a big part in Florida. But who's leaving a message on your phone every day? Yeah, that's a good Nancy Lee, that's a good thing. Okay, Louisiana, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. What's the blues open up with? The Five of Wands, conflict. Six of Pentacles, sharing and caring. Ooh, not good for the blues. Four of Cups. They're apathetic and they don't really care. Hanged Woman, suspension, Wheel of Fortune. Now, I think it's going to go to Louisiana's going to remain red, I think. Pennsylvania. Here's the thing. Biden may not have lived there for a long time and maybe representing a different state, but he was born in Pennsylvania, I understand. So, Ah, the Trump camp. Okay. Pennsylvania. Blue, red, blue, red, red. Ace of Wands. Creative spark. King of Swords. That is Trump. The Moon. Illumination of Seasons. Two of Cups. Partnership. The Emperor. Princess of Swords. Oh, this is interesting. Trump's going to try and, you know, form a partnership with the people of Pennsylvania, but the Reds have got a disappointing news, whereas Blues have the Ace of Wands. New energy, creative spark, the Moon, more voters coming to the surface, the Emperor, a new Emperor. Yeah, I think Pennsylvania might go blue. Whew. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people come out who haven't before because he was born there. Having a president from your state is who was born in your state, that gets a lot of people voting for a person. Didn't help with Trump in New York, but hi Shelby, Lisa. Now these I'm doing on the energy today. So even miss, just block them. Hey Dragon, hello. How are you? Hey Dragon. Are you a water dragon or fire breathing dragon? Water dragons, luck, harmony, temperance and balance. Fire breathing dragons, passion, creativity. Eight of Swords. Confinement somewhere. Arizona. Okay. Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Blue, Two of Pentacles, forming relationships. Red, Four of Pentacles, struggling to hang on, insecure. Ooh, blue, strength. Red, Seven of Wands, standing their ground. Hierophant for the Blues. The Empress. Wow. The Blues are going to put in a really strong showing. The Blues. The Dems are going to put in a really strong showing in Arizona. To bring a new balance and everything. The Reds stand their ground, and the Empress. Strong and the Hierophant. Red stand their ground. But the Republicans are going to put in a healthy showing as well. The Empress can represent good health, so they're going to put in a healthy showing as well. I think Arizona, the Blues are going to put in a really, really strong show. They, you know. This could be especially at the state government level. I can't call Arizona at this stage, and you know, so I'm just going to put too close. Cannot call it. Sorry, guys, I can't call Arizona at the moment. And I'm not calling any of these states. At the moment, if I say blue or red, it's based on today's energy, okay? And I know some people say, oh, I don't like it when people say that. But, you know, things change. And that's why with some things you do a check-in every now and then. You think it's going to go blue? Well, I hope it goes blue. I think there's a strong chance it'll go blue, but somehow I get that it might be the state level that's blue. Federally, the reds might. Michigan's a state, isn't it? I'm sorry, guys. It's just blue. Okay. Michigan. Oh, this list is getting longer, guys. So I'm going to do Ohio and then Michigan, and then that's going to be it. Oh, Texas. You have to do this to me. Right. No more after this, okay? Ohio, Michigan, and Texas. Then I'm going to have to go, okay? Yeah, I'm not going to call Arizona at this. I think it's, you know, Ohio. Red, blue, red, blue. Interesting. 7 of Cups for the Democrats in Ohio. That's their first card. 9 of Wands for Republicans. That's their first card. Second card for the Democrats is 7 of Wands, standing ground. Second card, the World, standing the ground, but change, end of the journey. Temperance for Democrats, Princess of Wands. They're going to need to do a lot to bring it in. Ohio's been a very strong red state, hasn't it? There's going to be some confusion at this stage. A lot of people are confused about where they're going, but I think Ohio could go blue. because this is the end of one journey, start of another for Republicans, the world. They're very embattled. They're embattled, much more embattled in Ohio than they think. And the Princess of Wands, they're going to need all their ingenuity. Whereas Democrats have got the Seven of Cups, choices, but some confusion about choices, and there might be try and be some gaslighting, but they're going to stand their ground. Temperance agreement will be reached. So I think Ohio might go blue. Okay, Michigan, blue or red for Michigan. Hi, Teresa Judy. Laura Carson, hello. Michigan, Michigan, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. First for the blues. Queen of Pentacles, resources, resources, resources. Red, Two of Pentacles, juggling, manipulating. Blue, Ace of Pentacles, new starts, new resources, new offers. Red, the Hermit, isolation. Blue, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Red, Ten of Wands, burden. Ooh, Michigan could go blue. Michigan could go blue. Good cards, and not so good cards for the Hermit, isolation. Isolation for the Republicans. Interesting. And last but certainly not least, Texas. Let's have Florida. Yeah, Florida's got a chance of going blue. Again, like I said, I'll be checking in a few more weeks. Yeah. Texas. Texans are stubborn. They are stubborn. Let's see. Blue or red for Texas? Let's have a look. Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Let's have a look. Blue, Seven of Wands, standing their ground in Texas. Red, ooh, Ten of Swords, loss. Things couldn't be much worse. Ooh, blue, Six of Wands, victory. Red, the Sun, illumination. Blue, justice. Red, the Chariot, movement away. but the chariot can also be a victory. Whoa. Whoa. Oh boy, is this a they get, but text the Reds also get the Sun, which is a good card, better than the Six of Wands as far as, and they get the Chariot, which is also a card of victory. Justice, standing their ground. Justice, when if justice has their way. Based on this, I'm going to have to go with Republican for Texas at the moment. But you know, if it was held today, the Democrats would really hold their ground, and it'd be pretty close, and it could not get worse. It could not get. Here's this 10. So that really does suck the life out of the Sun and the Chariot, doesn't it? You know what? I'm not going to call. I'm not going to call Texas either. So Arizona and Texas, I'm not going to call at the moment. I have to have a look. Sorry, guys. It could go red, but there's just something about that 10 of Swords. Things are going to go really bad for them as well. So there's... Anyway, my darlings, look, I'm going to wrap up now and go. Arizona and Texas are too close to call. Wisconsin, despite my earlier reading, at this stage red, but that could just be a blowback from Trump's visit. North Carolina blue, Florida blue, Louisiana red, Pennsylvania blue, Ohio blue, and Michigan blue. Let's see how we go. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and be safe, and don't be afraid to ask if you need some help. Talk to somebody if the blues are getting to you. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, that was Cameo doing it. Love you too. Bye-bye.